Hello, my name is Lucas Matthews, and I am about to start my presentation on my country that I selected, which is Mongolia. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, I am recording. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. So, start off with my agenda. It's going to be my country is Mongolia. They're a country between China and Russia. And so, first of all, I'd like to say that this presentation is based upon research over the past couple days that I found about the culture, about the context, and about just general information about the Mongolian country. And at the end of the presentation, we'll end off with a summary. Let me begin my presentation with some general information on Mongolia. This is the shape of the country with the country's flag colored over the country. So some general information, we got the locations between Russia and China. And we have the money here, the Mongolian currency. And there's another picture of the country between Russia and China. It is in Eastern Europe. And we also have the Mongolian alphabet and the numeral system that they have. And this is from Nation Online, no date. Next. So for their government, this is a picture of the cabinet of Ukhding Kulishika, which is the Mongolian president at this current moment. And so their government operates on a semi-presidential representative democratic republic with a multi-party system, where the president usually is featured as primarily a figurehead and more of a ceremonial piece. This is also from Nation Online, no date. Next, in the general information, we have the customs and norms. So some of the customs include always taking a gift with you, no matter where you're going. This is usually in formal settings, like if you're invited over to someone's house, not kind of like to the grocery store kind of things. But anyways, also always say hello or sign wu when you arrive. It's just another customary gesture that is nice and shows good faith. This is from World Nomads, no date. Some of the other general information, the clothing, the food, music, and entertainment. So here we have some of the ceremonial garments on the left picture. And also we have some dumplings that are part of their customary culture. It was one of the more basic dishes that the Mongolians have, but it is also a very prominent dish in most of Asian countries as well. And so they're very in tune with nature. They're a nomadic kind of people. And you can see in the picture with the eagle, they train eagles and they have ceremonial events where they actually hunt other flying birds and animals using their eagles and their hawks. And here we also have a picture of one of their folk singers playing their native instrument. There's Mongolian folk singing that is in their music, part of their entertainment as well. Moving on, general information, important celebrations and religious beliefs. So the religious affiliations in Mongolia is actually mostly Buddhist and atheist. There's a small percentage of Muslim, Shamanist, and Christians in there, but it's mostly Buddhist. And they practice out these traditions in many ways between their celebrations and just in their day-to-day life. They experience more of a relaxed and open kind of religion and cultural beliefs. From Tours Mongolia, no date. All right, now let's move on to some other cultural elements of Mongolia. Some cultural information about Mongolia is that they're mostly Buddhist. That is from the Mongolian Institute, no date. And that they also have nomadic values, also from the Mongolian Institute, no date. So in these tribes, a little history lesson, back in the day, Mongolia had a huge emperor, or a huge empire under their emperor Genghis Khan, and he conquered almost all of Eastern Asia and almost all of Europe. And over time, that empire is broken down into other countries, and now they reside in a smaller landmass, still a very large country, but they still stick to their nomadic values. There are a lot of people that live in the countryside that move from place to place, farming, on hunting, that practice more of a hunter-gatherer society. And once again, they're mostly Buddhist. Some practice atheism. And next on the cultural information, and the new changes is that the youth are drifting away from their traditions. This is from Global Journals, no date. Stated that most of the youth is kind of stating a more Western civilization, stating that they have like favorite basketball players in the NBA, favorite rappers, musicians, kind of hindering away from the normal Mongolian themes and traditions, practicing religious ceremonies and other ceremonies that involve hunting. So in the Mongolian language, their nonverbal cues, the tones and gestures that you speak the language have their own kind of connotations and meanings. And that's from Global Journals. No date. All right, now let's transition towards contextual elements of Mongolia. So some of the contextual information. Power distance was kind of low with a score of 18. So the people to the elites kind of have they share similar values and rights and different luxuries. And that's from Manchester historian, no date. And for the gender roles, men are very dominant in this culture. It can be seen from even historical traditions from the empire under Genghis Khan. There are a lot of male fighters and everything. But however, the women did have a lot more freedoms than those that are in China and Persia. And this is also from Manchester historian, no date. More contextual information. Positive stereotype. The Mongolians was that during Genghis Khan's raids and empire, they spread lots of information. They connected almost all of Europe and most of the Eastern Asian countries, and this allowed for the spread of artisans and different goods and services. Like silk got all over the world, and just when you see a country that takes over and unites everything, there's a lot of interchanging of cultural and ideas, and it spread for a lot of technological advance throughout Europe and Asia as well. From World Nomads 2016. And from the negative stereotype is that they're still seen as barbaric. While there was a lot of good things that came out of Genghis Khan's empire, there were a lot of bad things as well. A lot of murder, a lot of killings just in the conquering lands and battle. And some of them are still seen this way. They kind of carry a barbaric tradition within them. Some fun facts. So the endangered Bactrian camel is native to Mongolia, and hopefully they don't get anywhere too soon. Secondly, Mongolians are always ready for a guest. This kind of ties into their culture and how they have with being ready for a gift or being ready for events in general, and yeah, a guest, you could say. And lastly, ice cream is a favorite winter treat. So in most of the world, you don't get that. I mean, usually summer is the time for ice cream. It's Mongolia, that's what they're up to. And that's from Intrepid Travel. And let's go over the facts. So in conclusion, we presented general cultural and contextual information about Mongolia. They have a semi-presidential government. They have different cultural and religious beliefs than most other Asian countries. And primarily they're nomadic and Buddhist, and they share strong masculine roles. And they're known for their great leader, Genghis Khan, who had a massive empire centuries ago. And here are my references. All right, thank you.